Look what I found.
We did not do those before we parked it, and it did not fix itself. Welcome back to the Lost Cause Ranch. Last video we left off with not being able to find some parts for the LS3 swap Defender. Today we're gonna start on solving that problem forever. That is right, we are downsizing. Currently we have all our Land Rovers stuffed 4 different places. Here, Ted's, and this storage building, and this storage building. And we're gonna whittle that back down to 2. You're gonna get a little bit of a peek into why my life is such a mess sometimes. Sasha gets a peek every day. All right, so some of you have seen this space before. Look, a wild Kalahari. But this is where the C10 and the little bros Dotson was sitting. So C10 now in the shop, need to move the box. Before we close the business down, we mainly use this building to store all the customers' off-season snow tires, summer tires. We are now dwindling down, and I want to get this place emptied out. Oh, you know, some random Land Rover axles, maybe a transmission, or how about a T56? It's slightly amazing what gets collected over the course of 15 years. Oh, hey, look, a 993 deck lid. Random Z06 rotor and a tub full of destruction. That one's a little bit chooched. I'd say that one fared even worse. And how about that one? Unmachined, uncracked. So I've told you guys in the past, I am the dumbest person I know. Case in point, I've been storing these bar stool pieces for like 11 years. Why would someone do that? Maybe finally time to let them go. Sasha decided to come on this load to make sure everything's going all right. Well, that was a little fun to get on there, but we definitely have some plans for that guy in the future, so that needs to go in the shop for sure. Well, you guys probably saw that. I didn't until just now. I mean, I didn't watch the footage yet, but I assume I must have centered this up underneath the trailer in the LR4. I'm not quite sure how that is there when it was on there, and I just drove that right on through there, yet it's not touched. We just have the marks from the straps when it was strapped down. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That was a real Joe move. Probably don't unstrap your load before you drive it down a hill. See, like a smart guy, I left these ones strapped before moving. Well, I'd say we made some pretty good progress here. Got some steel, some C10 parts behind the steel, a pallet, that's gonna be hard to move, and a wild Kalahari. This guy's our last real thing to get out of here, and then we are done with this chapter in the Lost Cause Ranch life. We went ahead and got the battery charged up. Took a charge with our nice Walmart battery charger. We did not have to use the pop machine outlet this time. But this guy has been sitting for a little over a year, so hopefully it fires up. It smells a tiny bit like coolant, but I'm guessing that's because it still needs head gaskets. We did not do those before we parked it, and it did not fix itself. So I mentioned earlier in the video that we are downsizing. Mainly downsizing from this space and trying to get everything located on the premises at the ranch, but may also be downsizing a couple vehicles. Mainly to make room for more vehicles. The Kalahari behind me is one of the few that I may be able to be convinced to let go. I don't really want to, but this is pretty low on the project list. So it would just sit around at the ranch for quite some time before touching it. So I suppose if it's something you may be interested in, let me know down below. But it is a Midwest Discovery that does need some love. It's dark in here, but the rear frame could use some attention, like all D2s in the salt belt. The rock sliders could also use some of that attention. But this is an actual Land Rover special vehicle. I believe it is one of just 100 in the gray and 350 total Kalaharis. And with the head gaskets being out, we do have a new head gasket set with ARP studs that will be installed in that guy shortly. My only fear of doing that is I'm just gonna start driving it and keep it. What to do? All right, so we're gonna attempt to get the Callaway engine on the stand here without having to start up the Bob Kitty to lift it up. So we'll do sketchy stuff instead. So we got the engine on the lift table, and the lift table will get it high enough to hit the engine stand. But we run into a clearance issue here and cannot slide the stand underneath the lift table. So we're gonna have to get creative. And in these situations, creative's usually not something that you should be doing. Could just grab the skid steer. Probably move away from the door. So we got the back locked. We should be able to help this guy down. Well, we got it on there. I currently have it all mucked up and stuck in that position, but that was just so I could more easily show you the Callaway logo. I assure you that. But now that this is back at the ranch, in the shop, we have some big plans for this guy. I think you guys are gonna like what is happening with this guy. There's some other bits in here somewhere that'll couple up with this. We also have a complete gasket set and some head studs sitting. We're gonna do a reseal, refresh on this guy, get it all set to go. But these were just a little bit of a tricked up engine that was available in the limited edition Callaway P38 Range Rover, and we happened to get our hands on one here to play with. Super excited to stuff this guy in something neat. It's amazing what you discover you had laying around when you dig through all your random storage buildings. We got some more welding hoods to clean up and go through some tubs like this, and this, and this, and this, and this. I told you we had a mess laying around. Some of you guys may remember where most of this came from. But that is a load of Discovery 2 interior parts, along with the freshly powder coated bumpers and sliders for the G4, and some random Defender bits. But we need to look into this tub. Down in here, look what I found. See, I knew I had it. So this is exactly why I want to get everything compiled back here at the ranch. Last video on the LS3 Defender, we had to stop progress because I couldn't find this, because we split what was our 4,500 square foot shop into 4 different locations. But now look at the new disaster I created. Yes, this is the small garage where we were once working on the Defender. I think Facebook Marketplace is gonna be my friend the next couple weeks. But anyways, we are down to 3 locations. 1 knocked off the list. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you subscribing. And we will be back on the LS3 Defender for the next one, being we have the parts. I still think these 2 may go before winter as well.